Ladies, if you are in your mid 30s, you need to start now thinking about your lifestyle and your habits. And what does that look like for you? Better yet, what is it going to look like when you get in your 40s and you start experiencing perimenopause and menopause symptoms? Because what I'm finding is that most women wait until they're in the thick of it to start with the, oh, menopause is killing me, menopause. And you know what? The whole entire time, the symptoms were there. You're gaining weight. You feel like shit. It's harder for you maybe to lose weight. But here's the thing. The symptoms, once again, were there the whole time. But you decided to wait until you got into menopause to start worrying about your health. That is why it is good to be proactive instead of reactive, because I guarantee you, if you had been taking care of your habits and your behaviors beforehand, it would make menopause a lot easier. And I get that it is a lot easier to take a supplement and whatnot versus changing your lifestyle and creating healthy habits. Changing your lifestyle by creating healthy eating habits, a regular exercise routine, that shit is hard. It's hard. But it is a lot harder if you wait until you get into menopause to start trying to do it. That is why it is good to go ahead and master the boring basics. Because I can guarantee you, while I know every woman's menopause journey is different, yet if you go ahead and form those habits and have them worked into your life before the shit show begins, I promise your menopausal journey is going to be a lot easier than the women that, the women that didn't. And while I'm not menopausal, I'm not even perimenopausal, I do know what it's like to have hormonal imbalances. I had some blood work done and oh my goodness, I was so shocked. It is inevitable as we age. When I was about 38, I started feeling a shift in things. The only thing, and I am 100% positive, that saved my ass was that I started at 35, cleaning up my eating habits, being more attentive to my BMI. I buckled down and got a regular exercise routine worked into my life. My hormones still went to shit. And I've spoke on it on another video before. And the first question I had was like, I'm healthy, I eat right, I da 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 da. It is inevitable as we age. I'm 40 years old, for crying out loud. And the only thing that I could imagine was that hadn't I been, on top of my health and exercising and things like that and always pushing myself to the limits, I would have never got up off of my ass had I waited until I was 38, possibly. But then again, I'm not going to say that, but I will say this. It would have been damn hard because when I turned 38, it was such a major shift with my mood, lack of energy. I was starting to feel like shit. Even though I was going to the gym regardless and watching my calorie intake and tracking my protein, it became difficult. More difficult than what it was when I was 35. But I am going to say this. I know what made it easier for me than what it probably is, I'm more than likely sure, for a 38-year-old that doesn't have the habits worked into their life that I do. That my mindset, everything was just there. It is my life now. So yeah, it's easier for me and it's going to be easier for me. And for women that choose to be proactive like me. And while I'm not saying that supplements like HRT and BHRT don't have their place, and if you're familiar with the one time I shared my story, I am a huge fan of BHRT, hormone replacement therapy. But as with most other things in life, it is not magic. You can't just go and have that stuff done or prescribed to you and it just magically makes weight fall off of you and da 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 da. It only works if you work it. Some women choose to go about their journeys natural, just kind of let it take place, and kudos to you if you're one. And some choose hormone replacement therapy. And like I say, my body, I'm not perimenopausal and not menopause. I'm not going through menopause yet. My trouble was I didn't have any testosterone. And that could be from, I'm almost sure, my birth control pills and aging. But I was starting to feel every damn bit of it. I cannot imagine what perimenopause and menopause feels like. But I know one damn thing. I am so glad that I am proactive because that's, at the end of the day, that's all that it boils down to. Perimenopause and menopause makes you feel like shit. And when you feel like shit, you don't feel like doing the damn thing. You're going to eat like shit. You're not going to do shit, which is going to result in you looking like shit. Where the belly fat comes in at. The mood swings. I hate to say this, ladies, because I am a woman, okay? I am for us. I am for the girlies. But it is all a result in, once again, your lifestyle and your habits. We're going to go through this stuff regardless, but I promise it would not be near as bad if you were proactive. But now, on the flip side, if you are one of the women that are perimenopausal or menopausal and you don't have your shit together, understand that, like I said, all it is these symptoms are making you feel like shit. So you're eating like shit. You don't want to do shit. You have to get in a mindset here to fight against that. I just did a consultation about 4 days ago with a young lady, about a week ago. She's been on my program for about a week now. She's perimenopausal. I have women in their 50s, 60s. They are going through menopause. Some have already went through menopause. So again, it is all about habits. It's a lot easier to the younger ladies if you go ahead now in your late 30s, okay, or mid 30s. Just you need to do it. Everybody needs to do this. Form healthy habits and healthy behaviors so that you can create a lifestyle so that things won't be so hard on you. So again, this is not to discourage women that maybe waited or, again, like I say, are already experiencing the one or the two of these things, because you can still do it. It's going to be a little bit harder, but at least I just told you why. So it's really up to you to get off of your ass. Nobody's coming to save you, and clean up your lifestyle and start forming healthy habits.